My name is Chris Mello, your AWS multi-certified hands-on cloud guru, who is going to be going through a series of labs here to help you learn how to use AWS hands-on. This first lab is going to be creating an RDS database in AWS, and we're going to go through the whole gauntlet of linking it to a PHP page, setting up an interactive web page on an EC2 instance. Then we're going to do cloud front, and we can do Route 53 and just a whole bunch of maybe even load sharing at the end. So this is all hands-on stuff. I'm going to go through it just like I'm creating it, and I hope you enjoy it and you learn something. This is an intro to the hands-on RDS SQL database lab, where the idea is to create an RDS SQL database in AWS, and we're going to link it to a PHP web page so we can download and upload data via a database. And we'll do the whole coverage from creating the database all the way to CloudFront, Route 53, Lambda functions, and possibly even some load balancing. So the next step here, this is just basically the SQL servers you can use. I'll be using MySQL, but there's a ton of them here. I've used most of them over the years, but it's the same concept, so it'll be useful. And this is a hands-on lab, so I'm not going to get into all the background here. Everybody here can go ahead and go online and get more of the documentation, but this is just a hands-on lab for you programmers who want to actually go out there and do it. So here's what it's going to look like. We'll have our RDS database, we'll have our server, which will be the PHP server we'll connect to. We'll have our VCP, which will hook up later on, and some Lambda functions at the end of the day. And here's an overview of what I've got right now. Part one's been done, create an RDS SQL database from the console. Part two, we'll do the same thing using Terraform. And then we'll create our EC2 instance to host our PHP page. Part four, we'll actually just connect to the RDS SQL database. And then part five will be to actually create an interactive web application that we can upload and look at and store data. And then after that, we'll go beyond that. We'll get the DNS entry with Route 53, Google CloudFront, some Lambda functions, and much more. So you can really get a full gauge of how AWS works, from starting up a database, creating a web page, getting your EC2 instance all the way up, and security protocols. And it should be a very useful lab. So I hope you enjoy it, and you guys have a really nice day.